Hi there, Capricorn. Healing Grasshopper here to do your bonus reading for January 2026. We've got the Strength card. We'll see about the positioning in a moment. Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. So, from what I recall from your monthly reading, um, felt very dynamic, like less of confusion and frustration, and more like let's let's get to work. Let's roll up our sleeves, but in an exciting way, not like an exasperated, tiring, tired way, right? So you have the Strength card here, which is not reversed. Okay. Um, Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. So the Strength card here is talking about your inner strength, your courage, your ability to navigate through um, a situation with the least effort possible and the least like conflict possible. Um, Strength goes very well, interestingly, with Queen of Swords, because Queen of Swords is all about removing that which doesn't serve her, of course, but a lot of it is sorting through lies and truth. And she's been coming up lately with that task because so much in the past couple of years have I smelled like lies. But there is the message here, I feel intuitively. It doesn't necessarily mean people like out and out deliberately lying to you, but it's like as you're moving forward and as you're building and navigating through the world. Oh, we're gonna get there. I forgot to mention in your monthly reading, there was an inclusion of other people, which is unusual for the Capricorn readings that I do. They're usually very, very centered on Capricorn and what Capricorn is focused on. And, you had like the lovers and the Ace of Cups and that kind of thing. Um, so there was some mention of other people. So this feels like a continuation of this because strength in the Queen of Swords really does point to your outside world and how you are dealing with it and how you are allowing or not allowing your outside world to affect you too, which is important because right now you're in a building mode. Um, so your early stages need to be protected, which is why the Queen of Swords is here. Okay. So I think you see where I'm getting at here. There needs to be a focus on what is true and what is not, what will serve you, what does not serve you, um, what people's motivations are that may clash with yours. Um, so that can mean the extreme would be like some kind of scammer, but other people would be just selfish people who just want what they want and they don't care if they stomp on other people to get it or ruin someone else's plans um, to get where they're going, that kind of thing. You've got to be careful with self-interested people. So the Queen of Swords is energy is there to sniff it out. So the King of Wands, we have um, the ultimate builder here, the entrepreneur, the initiator, the troubleshooter. Um, he is very good at starting something new that no one's ever seen before. And it doesn't need to be like a big innovation. It's just um, something on your own terms that you have fabricated on your own. This isn't walking through anyone else's footsteps or anyone else's direction. Um, yeah. What else do we have? I'm starting a new business this year. King of Wands was all about new businesses, new ventures. This could be starting a new job or starting a new career, like if you just pass the bar or MCATs or something like that. Um, very nice. The Six of Wands is talking about your ability to bring a victory to you. Um, this is not necessarily a finished victory in this month. This is the potential for the victory. If you are persistent and you stick with it, which is not something difficult for a Capricorn to do. You guys, your middle name is Perseverance, but I did have to. Oh, is this by accident or is this ours? What else do we have? What else we got in spirit for Capricorn? Yeah, that was a fumble. Okay. King of Pentacles. One more, please. Let's complete the line. King of Pentacles is in the center of your reading. It's about stability. And following the tried and true too, which I can't wait to see what this card is going to be. Because King of Pentacles in a diagonal with the King of Wands is a balanced energy. Well, you could say conflicting energies, but I like to see it as balanced because King of Pentacles I call my Warren Buffett. He he goes with the traditional tried and true. He finds out what works and he sticks to it. He is not interested in changing his methods, right? King of Wands is Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos type energy where he's always looking for the next new thing, you know? So the King of Pentacles energy is closer to your natural modus operandi, Capricorn, where, where, ooh, we are traditionalists. We like to find um, the proven methods, right? Because it makes us feel comfortable. If someone's done it before us and it worked very well for them and many other people, we like that. Um, we are the Murphy's Law type pessimist uh, sign. So new things can scare us. It doesn't mean that we don't embark on new endeavors. That's not it. But we prefer to lean towards the tried and true, right? This is not reversed. Okay. So, but this is talking about a little bit of both. This is kind of like you want to do something and you search around for, say, a company that makes something that you have in mind, and you're surprised to find out that nobody makes that, what you have in mind. So you have to do it yourself. You have to make it yourself. That's what this is, which is something Capricorn is perfectly comfortable with doing. When we have a vision, we're not going to let go of it. So we are perfectly comfortable with, building something ourselves if we have to. But we are super efficient, right? So we look for the more efficient path first. And that is something that's already made instead of having to make it from scratch, right? Queen of Pentacles, we have right next to the King of Pentacles, more balanced energy of creativity and stability here. And the Queen of Pentacles is under the King of Wands. This is like, this is fire uh, energy, and you have earth energy. But this is um, fire creating something new, and also earth creating something new, but from something that's already established. And I only say that because I'm comparing it to fire here. But really, what the Queen of Pentacles is is being fruitful and productive. There's more of an active energy here than the King of Pentacles, which is all about like I said, putting together things that were already made, passive income, you know, or putting together the passive income, that kind of thing. This is creating things that will bring you abundance. Capricorn, so far you have major arcana and court cards with one minor arcana. This is like major new energies coming in for you in this month, right? Because you had Wheel of Fortune that came out um, for you for the monthly, I'm pretty sure, which is about a change of fortune. Um, it can bring somewhat of the same energies as the world, like something new, the birth of something new. Hold on just a second. Let me just want to have a look at your reading, right? And you have the Fool in this position here. So it's like, you know, take the leap. Let's get started. Let's go. And don't be nervous about it. So this is almost like the Strength card is the result of the Fool taking the leap. This is the energy the Fool is in when after he takes that leap. Um, the Tower. The Tower is the removal or the falling apart of something that's no longer serves you. There is something that the universe is closing out for you. And let's in this moment, if you don't know what this tower is yet, just say thank you. It's almost as if I don't know, I just had a flashing image of a snowblower. It's like, there's a whole lot of snow and it's your responsibility to clear the snow, but someone comes along with a snowblower and blows the snow out of your path, instead of you having to exert yourself with the shovel and the wet snow and everything, right? That's what I'm feeling here. That for a moment, it can kind of feel surprising, the snowblower, like your neighbor surprises you and comes out of nowhere, you know? Um, for a moment, it can be surprising. For a moment, the wind can blow some of the snow in your face, and you're like, "What? What's happening?" Um, but it's not something that's going to be painful, like momentarily disruptive, perhaps, but not at all. You're not going to feel a loss at all. It's like whatever's being demolished in your life, it's almost as if as it's being demolished, you're going to be like, yeah, I didn't want that anyway, you know. Um, for this reading, it doesn't always mean that. Towers can really feel catastrophic a lot of the time where you're trying to hold up the tower and you're trying to stop it, and you obviously can't stop a tower. And it's only until much, much later after the dust clears that you finally admit to yourself, okay, it is for the greater good. But this tower is going to be that greater good feeling is going to come almost immediately. You're going to be like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, take that, please. Um, So don't be afraid of this tower. Judgment. Can we have two more, please? There they are. Okay, thank you. Not reversed. Not reversed. And not reversed. Okay, very good. Judgment after the tower and then temperance. Guys, listen to me. You have two minor arcana here. The rest are major and quartz. This is very much, and you've got the judgment card here. What I was going to say it was this is very much like the universe coming out with the trumpet announcing a change in your life. This is the change that we have been waiting for. Judgment is about rebirth. Tower, you can definitely think of it as a death, rebirth, but a guided rebirth, right? This is an angel waking you up from a slumber. This is being shown that you are finally in that new paradigm that I was talking about. Temperance here says that it's under the King and Queen of Pentacles. Temperance brings an alchemizing, like a spiritual element to these two. These are very practical energies here. This is about having the motivation to get something new started, and this is working on it on the physical plane. And then both of these, and then the temperance card is about your your spiritual fire, and also your watery emotion that's going to feed it the fuel to succeed. This is the alchemy card, the turning lead into gold's um, action, water into wine, right? So this is taking, making something out of seemingly nothing. So this is starting something from the ground up. Which can sound daunting, by the way, and like, oh my God, I've been through so much. I've got to build something now. Yeah, but something that you want, something that you enjoy doing. Um, the Five of Swords is you. This is the Triumph card, okay? This is you um, rising above your competition and your opponents. So this is, let's say you want to start a YouTube channel, and you're like, we're gonna get this done this week or this month or whatever, and you know, find all of your supporting website, like your AI websites and everything to put together. Um, and then, like I said, here and here, um, some of what you want, you you can't find like an app for it. So you have to do it manually. So you go to like Photoshop or CapCut to make it yourself or Canva. Um, and then it's really great, right? You start the channel and then right away, you like the first month or first few months, you're already monetized and you're soaring, you know, above the clouds, above your opponents, your competition. You're doing much better than you thought you were, much better than you thought you were going to do this quickly. Um, it doesn't have to be YouTube, obviously. This can be anything that you're planning on doing. And you are patting yourself on the back that you are doing better and moving faster than your competition. There's also an element of um, being seen by others. Um, and this can be like old coworkers, old bosses, your haters that you're like, haha, see, look at me shine and my new business as well. Um, do we have clarity? No. Advice? One advice card. Higher self? Sacred destiny? Okay. One sacred destiny you have coming. Let's see what we got. This one. Okay. Let's see what we got. Pleasure. Okay. I'm so glad you got this, Capricorn, because I felt when I was talking about building something new, I felt that weary feeling like I'm tired. I don't want to build something new. Um, this is going to be fun. This is what you've been waiting for. What you've been aspiring to for the past 20 years when Pluto was in Capricorn and Pluto kept knocking down everything that you were trying to put together. This is your opportunity to put that together. And it doesn't necessarily need to be that same dream. Your dream might have changed since then. And you know what? It probably did change because part of what Pluto does is redirect you. Pluto keeps knocking down your sandcastle because Pluto's like, nope, that's not it. Nope, nope, nope. And you've gotten that for 20 years and it was frustrating. So now you're filled with inspiration to do something. And instead of, frustration and disappointment, you have victory and, success and enjoyment, pleasure. And you see how there's like a doorway here. There's a staircase with a doorway here. Very representative of the portal that I keep talking about. The being reborn. And then I'm going to remind you and continue to remind you, Capricorn, that we And for those of you who are new, by we I mean me too. I'm Capricorn Sun. We we mature backwards, right? We are born old men and women, and we die children. Why? Because Saturn, from the very beginning, when we are children, we're very serious. Children, little goats are serious and um, precocious. And it's because Saturn is dealing out very harsh and difficult lessons, advanced lessons to us early in life, in our first half of life, and then later in life, Saturn lets up on us, and we are able to enjoy things more and more after we've completed our schoolwork of learning karmic lessons, right? So there's like 95 or more, close to 100% of the people listening to me are in that transition. You know, the Pluto and Capricorn transition and many other astrological changes in our favor, but also our our Capricorn transition, our second half of our lives is here. This judgment and the pleasure card go very well together. We are being awakened to Disney World. You know, it's like we've been in school all this time, in super strict school with uniforms and rulers and everything. And now we are free. We're graduated from that school. So there might be a few of you still, because we've been talking about this for 2 years, and how I do bonuses to, especially for Capricorns, um, to leave no Capricorn behind. So I'm going to address the one or two people who might be sitting in exasperation, like, still, you don't see the change. Most of you do at least feel it coming towards you. But if you don't feel it right now, as you're listening to this, thank the universe for this reading, for this energy that I'm talking about. Claim the energy, is what I'm saying. Let it wash over you. Close your eyes and say, thank you. I claim this energy. Because part of this might be your residual, like, resentments and frustration and everything that's somewhat delaying the energy from coming towards you, because whether you know it or not, you've built this wall of, you know, lower vibrational emotion around you. So make the effort to release those energies. Okay, guys? I'm looking forward to hearing from you in the section. Talk to me. I love hearing from you guys. It really makes me feel like I'm getting somewhere when the algorithm seems to be working against me. So, you know, if you have a comment, a question, suggestion, whatever it is, I'll be there to answer you. And not just with an emoji, I mean really answer you. Okay? Um, please like and subscribe. Thank you to all of you who helped me get to my goal of 1,000 subscribers. I'm trying to march onward beyond that. So those of you who are not subscribed, please subscribe. Even if you think you are subscribed, take a quick peek and make sure that you are indeed subscribed, because you might be surprised that you're not. Okay. So, um, Yeah. Oh, the playlists, right? If you really want to help me out, go have a look at the playlists. I have a bunch of them made. There's a Capricorn playlist and many others. Choose one, put it on autoplay, and have it on as background noise, um, even while you're winding down in bed or even sleeping, because watch hours are everything to help a channel grow. So I thank you. I will speak to you soon, Capricorn. I love you, Cappies. Love, light, and many blessings.